It doesn't know it doesn't even know what's out there. So if it doesn't know what's out there, how can it label and define what is out there? How can it talk about colors or shapes or weight or hardness or textures? Right? Because these qualities are absent. If perception arises in your brain, I forget who said the quote, but if perception arises in your brain and dissolves in your brain as well, and you can't perceive, then how can you tell what's out there? You can't. You need your five senses to construct those qualities of the objects in your environment. And in the absence of perception, that disappears. Is it a coincidence that we have 5 ways of perceiving the world, which coincide with our 5 senses? If all humans did not have a sense of smell, then would you even know that there is such a thing as smell? I don't know if there is an animal out there that does not have a sense of smell. I'm sure there are animals that do not have a sense of sight, but they use their other senses to navigate the territory. But in the absence of one of these senses, or more of these senses, there is no understanding present that those qualities that give that perception meaning would exist in the world. So it is only through perception that the world comes into focus, that the world is perceived and meaning is derived. A conscious, intelligent being perceives the world and gives meaning. And in the absence of this intelligence, this consciousness, this conscious being, there may be something out there, but where's the labels, where's the definition, where's the meaning? All of that only comes from the intelligence of the individual who is perceiving the world, right? How would you tell the difference between an apple and a mango in the absence of perception? Is there even such a thing as an apple or a mango? How would you tell the difference between an apple and the apple tree? Or the apple tree and the ground from which it grew? It is only the mind that perceives what is out there and then makes the separation. That's the ground, that's the apple tree, that's the apple, that's a mango, that's a banana. So using perception, the mind separates objects in its environment, gives the object a name, a label, defines the object a certain way, says that's red and that's green and that's yellow, that's shaped a certain way, that's shaped differently, so let's give it a separate name or a different name. And when it comes to giving meaning, even though I'll talk about meaning in another video, but when it comes to giving meaning, you can only give something meaning if it serves your purpose in a certain way, right? You can eat the apple, so it's meaningful to you. It nourishes your body. Yeah, so do you still say that there is a world out there in the absence of perception? And if there is, what is it? Does the world have a certain shape in the absence of perception? Do objects have shapes? Think about this one. Does the tree have a certain shape? Do flowers have a certain shape? Isn't it the mind that talks about shapes and colors? And in the absence of mind, you need perception first. In the absence of perception, the mind remains blank, right? So yeah, think deeply about that one.